Accu-Stats Video Productions present from Prescott, Arizona, the Prescott Resort Arizona Classic. I'm Bill Incardona, along with G-Farce, Gerda Hofstatter, one of the premier players in the world today. Gerda, the two players that are playing in the finals of this tournament, you know extremely well.
I do.
Maybe you can
it's
explain a little bit about each player.
#1 ranked player, and Vivian, who just lost the #4 ranking, is now ranked #5. Both very dangerous players. Allison obviously has dominated, I would say, our tour for the last 4 years. Vivian has been a tremendous force, winning 11 or 12 titles since the tour started. And going into this match, Vivian hasn't won a tournament this year. She's obviously very hungry. She's very close now. She's playing a great tournament. And Allison has been playing in every final this year and has won 4 tournaments already, but she's still very hungry to win this event, so we'll see how it goes.
Vivian has a lot of work
in
front of her if she expects to defeat the undisputed, 3 times running world champion, Allison Fisher. And she really has a lot of work in front of her. Allison continues to break the balls as well as she has in game #1.
I don't know if the 8 and 9 are a problem. Oh, not a problem anymore.
That's exactly right. Not a problem. The only problem out there now is for Vivian.
She didn't leave anything. She's going to opt to jump that or kick at it.
Well,
it's nothing to gain with the jump. If she makes the 4, there's no way of coming back with the cue ball. So I assume Vivian is going to kick at that ball or jump for a save. What do you think?
Well, it looks like she's opting to get her jump cue, and she's going to try to jump over the 8 ball and hopes to contact the 4. And if she hits it very accurately, she'll probably pocket the 4, but it's a very difficult shot.
Oh, look at that.
Well, she was fortunate in the respect that she was able to pocket the 4, but once after that happened, then she was unlucky that she didn't come up with any type of a shot off for the 5.
Now she's going to have to kick 2 rails at that ball. I think she should kick 2 rails at it, come thin, maybe even make the 5, but keep the 5 on this side of the table and have the cue ball go back down to that side of the table.
And like this here?
Right, catch the 5
then,
back up. Maybe, oh, she got behind it. That was dangerous, because she could have scratched there. But she did get away with it. Ooh!
Well, at least she didn't suffer any consequence in regard to giving up an offensive shot, or at least a good offensive shot. She may have the angle of a cross, bank the 5 cross side, but it's a very difficult shot. I think she would fare better if she would play some sort of a safety, possibly.
Yeah.
Relocating the cue ball somewhere in this area, maybe putting the 5 ball around this area.
Right. And Allison, from her snooker background, as Karen Core, they both play really, really good safeties.
Well, quite frankly, Allison Fisher has been playing everything good.
I know.
She's been controlling the cue ball extremely well, and both in terms of direction and speed.
Right.
She's been pocketing very well. She's been breaking well, so therefore, really, Vivian's got her hands full here.
She told me earlier, Allison, that in the beginning of the tournament she had trouble with the speed of the table. The cloth is pretty fast, and she had trouble controlling the cue ball, so she cut down her cue action, made everything a little bit shorter, and she gained a lot of control through that. I thought that was very interesting.
Yes, I've noticed that whenever she's come to the feature table, and she may have started out a little roughly at first, but she made the transition quite smoothly, and she made the necessary adjustments to go on and do what she knows that she can do.
That's what's so fascinating about Allison. If something goes wrong, she knows exactly what the problem is, and she's able to fix it because of her superior technique.
That's what's all the true great champions can do very well.
Right.
You know, they make adjustments
Right.
a little bit better than the next person.
Exactly.
You know, this is a pretty testy shot to have to start out with here. Yeah, but if she's able to pocket the 5 ball, she'll hit it with a draw stroke, stay
Right.
on top of the 6. Wasn't really happy with her stance, possibly. Got back off the shot. Repositioned herself.
Nice.
And once again, made the right choice.
Exactly. Perfectly executed.
And one thing about Allison is that she doesn't seem to be doing very much when she's at the table because of her ability to control the cue ball, both in direction and in speed.
Right.
She very rarely positions the cue ball near her against the cushion because of the great speed that she has.
Right.
And
Yeah, she plays great position. But even if she loses position, she pockets balls so well that she has that recovery power. And that's what makes her such a complete player.
In a sense, it seems like it's kind of like unfair. Well, doesn't it?
Well, it is. But, you know, we could all go on the snooker table and practice what she did. But here, do you think she's going to go 2 rails across?
Yeah, I think she's going to have to
Not
go
just
2
hold
rails
the cue
across.
ball.
She's lying rather thinly on the 7.
Right. Just come back out to the middle of the table. Very
And
nice.
being a snooker player, she's very adept at using the bridge.
With the rest, I was just going to mention that. She actually, that's one thing that's funny with pool players. You know, have you ever seen a pool player practice with the rest?
Never.
Right. And that's, why not? You know, it comes up all the time. Why don't they practice it?
Well, because most pool players choose to shoot opposite hand. They're ambidextrous. You choose to shoot opposite hand, so therefore, very rarely do you see one use the bridge.
But there's plenty of times where you can't reach it with either hand, and you have to use the bridge.
You're correct.
And, you know, I don't ever see anybody practice it. Well, Allison Fisher has. And she can draw the length of the table with the bridge. She can execute any shot with the bridge. And I think it's a big advantage.
Well, I think you're correct once again.
And I think everybody should spend a few minutes here and there and practice with their bridge.
Well,
this is a very good opportunity to watch how it's properly done. You know, elbow up, still use the pendulum of the arm. You don't want to drop your elbow, you want to have it up so that the lower arm is parallel to the table and still take advantage of that pendulum. And you need to have a loose wrist.
Seems to me you've been educated with the bridge
I have.
somewhat.
Allison has shared her secrets with me.
Well, that's generous of her.
Yeah,
One
she's
day
very
you'll probably
nice like
use that secret to beat her.
I already have. She didn't make a ball on the table, but didn't really leave anything for Vivian.
No, she didn't. And it's a very difficult situation for Vivian, because if you notice, there's really not many places on the table she can push.
Right. I think if it was me, I would play the shot rail first with a lot of inside English. Maybe make the one, and if not, get safety. It's kind of a dangerous shot, but I like doing that.
Notice that the cue ball is slightly to the left of the 1 ball, so therefore
it still works.
Yeah, it still works, but making the
I should just play the safety.
that was an excellent
Very
choice,
nice.
providing she doesn't scratch.
Stop, see. Oh, wow.
It listened. It listened. She has strange powers.
That was incredible. That was incredible.
It's amazing. I'll tell you, when the balls start listening to you, then you're really dangerous.
Well, I have to admit, I liked Vivian's choice there over mine. That was a good shot.
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic in front of that corner pocket, so therefore the chances of her ending up in a similar position was pretty good, considering all that traffic in front of that pocket. So therefore, she made a wise choice and obviously got paid off for it.
Right.
Now,
what options does Allie have to hit that?
I'll tell you the truth. This is an extremely difficult situation.
Super tough to even hit the ball. because of that 6 ball is in the way of the 2-rail kick. If she goes past the 6, she's going to have to hit the cue ball really hard and low to shorten it up.
Exactly.
And the corner pocket is huge there, right, for the scratch.
So she'll have to hit a rail before the 1 and make sure that if she does contact the 1, that she hits the side of it and not behind it.
Right.
If she hits behind it, she's going to go in, if you will, the drink,
right.
the pocket. You know.
Not good.
No, not very good at all.
Do you think she should opt to just create a cluster instead of trying to hit the ball?
I think that's a viable option, providing that there's a ball that she can tie up.
Right.
You know, sometimes you can't tie up anything. It's very difficult to do that. Maybe it's just as difficult to tie up something as it is to hit the ball. So therefore, in that instance, you would want to try to go for the hit.
Right. Well, Allison has spent a lot of time on the road with Grady doing their tour, and he gave a few pointers about kicking. So
now she's opting to try to tie something up. Let's see what she does.
6 and 7 time. No. Oh.
I don't know what she tried to do.
I don't think she meant to do that. I don't really know what that was. You have to ask her later.
Okay, now the key to this rack is getting from the 2 to the 3. Let's get an overhead quickly, and we can take a look at it from a different perspective. If you notice, if she can position the cue ball right here or even here for the 2, then she can come cross table right here, end up in this area here for the 3 in this pocket. So therefore, that's what she needs to be. But to get there is going to be a problem.
It's tough because the 8 is there, so getting from the 1 perfectly to the 2 is difficult. So Vivian is choosing to play a safety.
You know, and I like her choice.
It's a wise choice.
I really like her choice.
Don't make that 5.
I really like her choice a lot.
Yeah.
She's made it extremely difficult for Allison to hit this ball.
Yeah.
And another thing is, if she does miss the ball and Vivian gets ball in hand, now the balls are much more open, and she has a much better chance of attaining a shot on the 2 to the 3.
Yeah, it was definitely a wise choice.
So therefore,
and she left the 1 far off the rail, so it's difficult to hit it.
Much more difficult target.
Right.
And I don't know how
she does have a 2-rail kick there.
Yes, she does, but this one here is extremely difficult to judge. She's going to be really hard pressed to hit this ball. Matter of fact, I don't think she's even going to be a favorite.
Oh, she was close. Right, ball in hand for Vivian.
Ball in hand. Now keep in mind, the position she wants to end up on the 2 is right here with the cue ball.
Yeah, that's still the key shot, isn't it, from the 2 to the 3?
Yes. And now she has the ability to get there.
Right. No.
What is she doing? She's playing safe. She's trying to get her on 3.
Oh, wow. No way. Look at that. Uh-oh, that was careless.
I didn't actually agree
like
with
that choice.
No, because Allison would have a much easier kick on the 1 than she did the last time, and she figured to have hit it.
Right.
You know, the balls are open. The only problem Vivian had actually was going from the 2 to the 3. Everything else is positioned nicely over the table.
Yeah.
She should have went for it, because she's really an offensive player. I was surprised to see her do that.
Very, very surprised. And see, that's the problem. Once Vivian gets away from her own game, she's not the favorite.
Now notice how Allison positioned the cue ball on that ideal angle to go cross corner.
Yeah, she's right on that line. Where you put it is just, she made sure she can reach the cue ball. That's why she's further away from the 2 ball.
That's beautiful speed and direction. And that's why I was
perfect.
She
got a little more angle on that 3 ball than she'd like to. Now to get on the 4.
Now
the 9 is a problem.
No, she has a choice to make here. She can go with an inside ball, but she's going to have to put about a tip and a half of inside on this in order to bypass the 9 on the left side like this.
Right.
And that's going to play a little difficult. I don't know if she likes that or not. Maybe she's not accustomed to using that much English. Now she's looking to see
I
if
think
she likes...
she's going to come out on the other side of the 9 ball.
It's possible.
Like, just make sure to make the shot, because she needs to come from the 4 to the 5. No, she did go into English. What do I know? That was perfectly
and look
executed.
how nice and close she is to the object ball.
Right.
That's where you really get paid off by developing the skill to shoot with that English.
Right.
Now look, it makes the run out much easier.
Right.
Had she been over here on the other side of the table with a long shot on the floor,
I agree. You're right.
Still gambling.
That was perfect. She still has the angle to go into the rail and out for the 5.
Yeah, when you're close to a ball, it's really amazing what you can do with the cue ball. You can cheat the
Right,
pocket.
exactly.
You're going to hit it with accuracy.
Makes life so much easier.
It certainly does.
Just gonna draw this ball, hit 2 rails.
And once again, absolutely perfectly. She has options once again. She can draw this actually straight back here if she likes. She can go 2 cushions over here if she likes.
Right. She's drawing.
And look how nice she executed that shot. Look at that.
By the time she gets to the finals, she's so comfortable with the equipment. When you first watch her in the tournament, she's not super comfortable. She still plays great, but she's not super comfortable. But once she's in the finals, she's got the speed and everything so perfectly done. It's such a pleasure watching.
And she made sure she kept an angle on the 8. What she didn't want to do was end up there straight in.
Right.
And this is easy to reach. She'll play deeply out of the upper right-hand corner, which will keep her on top of the 9.
Right.
With her excellent speed of the cue ball, she could have played it the way she did. Myself, I play deep when I come down this way.
And you make sure you touch the 3rd cushion and come towards your 9 ball. I like that too.
But with her great control and speed of the cue ball, that shot really didn't represent any kind of a problem for her. Well, that's game number 2. Allison Fisher wins game number 2 like she had done in the first game, and now she extends her lead in the match 2-0.
I was very, very surprised by Vivian's choice going for that 3rd foul. She had a nice run out. She knows she's good enough to run it out.
Well, absolutely. All she had to do was attain that
and
ideal
the safety
angle.
wasn't even good. She put the 1 ball close to the corner pocket. There's a big chance of Allison kicking at the ball and even making it. So hopefully she's able to forget about that mistake and, move on. It's a long race. It's finals. Race to 11.
Race to 11. That's right. It's a 2 more game extension. Corner ball, 4 ball, 3 ball.
Nice break.
Now this is an angle that lays rather awkwardly. The angle doesn't offer you the ability to go cross table nicely because of the speed of the shot. It doesn't lay like that. And once again, it's difficult to finesse the shot and come out here because that makes the shot play very difficult. But it looks like she can do that.
She's gonna finesse it. Yeah.
I think that's her better option of the 2.
Nice. She came out slightly further than she wanted to, but she's still fine.
Difficult shot, you really want to hit it with the speed that it will increase the accuracy, but not too hard that you'll go out of line. So therefore, I think she did quite well with the situation. She's concerned about the 6 ball here because of the thinness of the 2. She has hit the 2 very thinly, and in doing so, she may not clear the 6. She may have to go into the 6, but that's not going to be bad. The bad thing is if she goes into the 6 and scratches in the side, or goes 2 cushions across and scratches in the other side.
I think she's going to avoid the 6 ball. Look at that.
Yeah, well, it was a very thinly hit. She had hit it very thinly, and when you do that, you really don't get back as far as you want. So she was concerned about the 6, but evidently it didn't work out that bad. Does she have a full pocket for the 5?
I can't see from... I don't think it's quite a full pocket, but there's still enough room for her to make it.
And once again, if anyone of you out there had a question about her ball pocketing ability, the question was answered once again. And notice the speed of the cue ball, just about in perfect line for the 6. All she needs to do now is stop right where the 6 is, and she'll have like a nice little ideal angle to pocket the 7 and then go up table toward the 8. Okay, she's ended up on the other side of the 7, so therefore now she has to follow it.
Just gonna fall into the cushion, down for the 8.
This is where she wants to be, right here, anywhere in here. Not over here, not over here.
Yeah,
anywhere in the circle right
the
there.
rail. She's really fine anywhere, as long as she stays away from the rail. Even if she lands straight in, which she doesn't really want to do, but she can still work her way around to the 9. She's opting to draw that cue ball. In and out, very nice.
See, notice, She's hardly ever here or here. She's always around here somewhere.
I like her choice of going 2 rails there instead of just.
Oh, absolutely. When you go 2
rails,
rails,
much more positive shot.
absolutely, you increase the accuracy of the shot tremendously when you go 2 rails. That's game number 3, and you can see that she's determined to win. She's totally focused, and she's actually playing errorless matchups at this point.
Right. So far, it was great. Even sometimes when she has a more difficult shot, that there's a little bit of pressure, like on net 5 ball, she only had like half a pocket or whatever. But in those situations, she's able to not panic, just stay calm. She's got so much confidence. She just stays calm.
Yes.
The only part of her body that moves is her arm, and she lets the cue do the work, and it's just a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, I had a talk with her. She said to me, "I don't rattle, baby." I said, "Excuse me, okay."
That's her. Makes you sick. Oh, look at that.
Look at that is right. But I don't know if she's come up with a shot.
4 balls on the break.
Well, she's going to have to kick off the long cushion. Oh, excuse me, off the short cushion in this fashion here.
Right.
But the problem with that is the 3 ball is over here, but she's going to have to deal with it. This is a very difficult kick because there's not much margin for error on this kick. The 9 ball is a very big ball. She would like to hit near the nameplate, but when she does that, there's a chance that she might brush the 9 on this side. Let me see how accurate she is here, because if the cue ball were near the corner, that makes the kick much easier.
Right.
But since the cue ball is over, she would like to hit here, but the 9's in the way. She's going to have to use a little bit of English.
A little bit of running English, a little bit of right-hand English to open up the angle.
Almost hit the 9.
Oh, it didn't make it.
It didn't go in. She hit it.
I knew the way it was going there. I was going to catch that. She left the shot now. It was great effort. Half an inch further over and she would have been fine.
Now she has to make sure she hits enough ball here, because if she cuts the 1 too thinly, I do believe from my vantage point that she could miss this.
Oh yeah, it's missable.
Yeah, so therefore she must hit the 1 ball thickly enough to pocket the ball, but not too thick that she goes into the 7.
Right. Needs some right-hand spinner ball to come over the 3, but she doesn't want to touch the 7.
And that was done.
Like that.
Yeah, perfectly.
Nice shot.
But she's not out of the woods yet, because she doesn't have a game. Sometimes it's very difficult to win that first game. Shots like these play a little more difficult than they normally do under situations like this.
Right. She's just gonna make sure she hits the ball without any English. Just go across the table back.
Yeah, I like that also.
For the 5 ball in the
side. I like that also. She has all kind of pockets to play position for if she goes across the table, just like that. Hit it a little roughly.
She was a little scared of it. She got away with it.
It finally stopped. She does have a pretty good shot, but I'll tell you something. In the last match I watched her play against Jeanette Lee, she missed a shot very, very similar to this one. And she jumped up a little bit, I think.
That's one mistake. Like I can see myself in what Vivian just did. When you play position for a shot and the cue ball goes somewhere completely different from what you have planned, you still have a shot, right? But you're kind of upset that you missed the position.
Exactly.
How often do you get upset over that, and then because of that you miss the next shot?
And then you falter because of you dwelling over the...
Instead of saying, gosh, I hit that bad, I made a bad shot, but luckily I'm still at the table,
Had she been left that shot,
she would have made it.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a psychological difference. And it just takes a little bit of discipline to step back and take a second to think, calm down, and face what you've got and execute. Nice bank.
And for those of you who question her banking skills, once again, that question has been answered.
Let's follow that ball up, touch the long rail, float towards the 9.
Very, very nicely said. And once again, nicely executed.
Well, Billy, so far it's 4-0. Vivian had 2 really, really nice chances to win a game. both of them, she made a crucial mistake.
Right.
So we were talking earlier about Vivian needing a good start of the match.
That's exactly what she
didn't
needs.
get
But
that.
she didn't get it.
So hopefully, but still, it's still a race to 11, so there's still room. Hopefully she can shake it off and, you know,
Well, it looks like
wake
she's
up the
gonna
tornado.
Yeah, the tornado, just a little breeze right now.
I
But,
know.
but you never can tell when that wind starts twirling.
Exactly.
And then when that wind starts to going,
Man,
then everyone in the room will start to go in with it.
Yeah, it won't go unnoticed, trust me.
She gets a different reaction off the break than I've seen any other players get. The cue ball hardly moves at all after. Look how little it moves after the break.
Right, and the one ball
I mean-
goes down every single time. Ends up on the short cushion. She just misses the side pocket and the one ball goes down. It's a good thing when you don't make a ball.
Well, I don't think that's in her plans. But now that you mentioned it, what exactly is she doing? Does she break not to make a ball?
No, I doubt that. She made 4 on the last
I think
one.
she's playing the one on the side myself. This is a difficult
I
shot
think
to shoot.
her priority on the break is to control the cue ball, really. Once she gets comfortable with controlling the cue ball, then she'll try to add some power. But the funny thing is, you know, people used to make fun, or the girls used to make fun of Allison's break because it's not very powerful. But it does the job. Usually, I swear it does. She usually makes balls, even though she hits it, you know, not as hard as the other players do. But she controls the cue ball, she makes a ball, and she runs out.
Well, if I were...
And from equipment to equipment, it's different, right? In
Yeah.
some tables, you don't need all that speed on the break.
Mm-mm. And evidently, she's doing just fine with the
Exactly.
with the amount of velocity that she does put into the break, because she gets her share of opportunities off the break, and the opportunities that she does get off the break, she makes really good with a lot of them, more than her share. She's going to try to just come back slightly without hitting the 4 here. Oh, she went into the 8,
Right
which was
into the
excellent.
8, yeah, that was very
Which was
nice.
really perfectly played. That shot played a lot more difficult than it appeared.
Right. Because there was only a little room. She didn't want to touch the 2 ball coming out. And she didn't want to miss the 8 and hook herself.
She should stop the cue ball. Don't go forward, just stop it. Well, she went forward a little bit, and now the angle that she has now is not as natural as the one she would have had if she would have stopped. Now she has to do something a
Now
little
she has
extra.
to force it a little
But very
bit.
workable, though. Very workable.
Just like a stop shot or a little bit of left-handing. Force it into the rail now.
See? Mm-hmm. Had she
Oops.
stopped the cue ball on the 2, then it would have been natural. Then
Right.
she would have stayed on the other side of the 4 ball,
Right.
which would have been the correct side of the 4 ball to be on. But not that this is all that bad.
No, she's still fine.
Yeah, she's still
Just
okay.
draw that cue ball over to the other long cushion. Oh, she didn't. She had less angle than I thought she did.
Yes. She's famous for staying in the center of the table or
Right.
near there. She does that extremely well. And she controls the speed of the draw shot extremely well also. Notice how nicely that is.
Right.
That
She
was
has that
executed.
pause on the backswing.
She's not here or not here.
Right.
She's here.
Right.
A lot of the times, a lot of players that knew Jean Belucas try to compare the 2 players. You know, I'm sure you've heard of that yourself.
I've heard of it,
They
yeah.
try to compare Allison and Jean Belucas, and a lot of people feel that Jean Belucas would have beaten Allison Fisher, but quite frankly, I think that Allison Fisher would have probably given Jean Belucas everything that she can handle and more.
I think
Because
so
she certainly
too.
plays the game the right way, and I'm so impressed with her, not only her ability to play the game, but with her presence at the table and her intelligence at the table. And
Right.
really, it's going to take an extremely strong player to defeat her.
Yes. Even though she's so young at 9 ball, she's only played the game for 4 years. But having had a snooker career for 15 years and having all these titles, she's such a champion, you know. That has helped her pool career a tremendous amount. And going back to Jean Belucas, unfortunately she quit before I started, so I didn't really have the opportunity to watch her too much, but I saw some tapes, but it doesn't really matter. In my opinion, I know that Allison can compete with any man, and therefore I think she could definitely compete with Jean Palucas. And I wouldn't want to bet my money on either one. I think it would be a very, very good match.
And so do I. This is game number 6. Allison Fisher leads in the match 5 games to 0. We're racing to 11. I don't know if there's a window there. It doesn't appear that she can pocket the one. You have a better...
Yeah, I can see she does not have a window. She's going to have to... She's going to have to go into the short rail, kick at the one ball. But, you know, one more comment on I have to go one more comment on Jean, because Jean is such a champion in her own right, and it's unfortunate that she quit before Allison came, so we won't get the chance really to see the two. But they're both champions in their own right, and why do you have to go, I think this one's better, I think this one is better? Let's face it, they both are awesome players. They don't have anything to prove.
Well,
unfortunately, Jean quit pool and moved on to other things, and so it doesn't really make any sense to discuss that even.
That's a kind of a curious push, but Vivian had in mind tying up to 3. I don't think it was worth the trade-off because she's left Allison too good of a shot here.
Yeah.
See, even though Allison maybe can't run out this particular rack, she'll have control of the table. And the player that has control of the table, regardless of how the balls are positioned, usually goes on and wins that game.
Right.
But considering that that Vivian had a push there and she would have been at a disadvantage anyways, what she did really wasn't all that bad. She still created a problem for Allison on the 3.
Right.
Let's see how she plays it here.
I thought that she would play a safety on that ball. I quite liked the choice. She didn't execute it that well because she left Vivian the full 2 ball. But I liked her choice, playing the 2 up to the 3.
Yeah, she tried to reposition the 2 in the area of the 3 and reposition the cue ball somewhere down the other end of the table, hopefully in back of the 4-7-5. In the event that she got ball in hand, the 2 would be down this end of the table, giving her an easier opportunity to free the 3 from the 8.
Right.
I think what she'll do here, she'll cut the 2 into the 8, like so.
Put the
Send the cue ball
down
with a little inside English up this way, and perhaps even
behind the 7-5.
go behind
right.
the 7-5.
Oh, she got
behind the 7.
Sweet.
Well, you know,
that was a sweet roll.
Some people say that's a little lucky, but she earned that.
She did.
And once again, Vivian.
She did, but she did. I think she wanted to have the 2 ball stay on the short rail. She wanted the 2 ball to stay in this area, and she lost control of the 2 ball. Like if Vivian could see the 2 ball, she could pocket it. So that.
Sometimes it's more difficult playing with the cue stick than it is with the demonstrator.
Yeah, I know. I know, but I think she hit the 2 slightly thicker than she wanted to. So, but she got a really nice roll there going behind the 7.
I don't think there's any problems in this particular rack. I think all the balls are very gettable, if you will. The 2 to the 3, the 4 to the 5, they're next to one another.
Yeah.
The 5 to the 6 is maybe, if you could say, a little bit of a problem, but I wouldn't even say that.
Yeah.
And when you consider who's at the table,
done deal, right? Isn't that boring?
Done deal. Throw 'em in.
Oh, that's funny. She makes it look so easy, but the thing is, she still takes very shot, very opponent, very opportunity, very serious, and that's why she keeps winning and winning and winning.
Well, you have to have that type of a demeanor, that type of an attitude when you're at the table, and you really want to win tournaments. Right. You really can't take anything for granted. You can't take any player for granted.
Right.
And the people or the champions that know that and are able to do that are the ones that usually end up with the trophy.
Exactly.
And that not only applies to pool, it applies to every sport in general, every
Absolutely.
sport. This is real nice. All she'll need to do now is just draw it. If I see the
Just
angle
up
correctly,
past the side
just
pocket,
draw it over
yeah.
here.
Stay away from the rail again,
Or she can
right?
even play it like this here. I think she's going to draw it though. She's going to stay off the cushion. She is uncomfortable with the draw. Maybe the angle's
Yeah.
not really one that
The only-
lends it to the draw here.
The only bad thing that can happen really is join it into the side pocket, which she's not going to do, or land straight in. That would have been the only bad thing that could have happened. But she stayed away from both of those things and executed another nice shot.
Now this is a little bit of a touchy shot because the way it lays here, it's going to be difficult for her to go straight up. It's going to take a real good touch and feel to do that.
Like that?
Yeah, like that. Once again, she's in just about perfect line.
Well, she's got too much angle to stop the cue ball.
Yeah, it
Or
looks
maybe
like-
not. No.
Well, she's going to draw it, but not to the cushion. She's just going to soft draw
Right.
it, and she's going to accept a little longer shot on the 8 than she wanted to. But I think that's what she's going to do. So she
Yes.
stays away from the cushions.
Right.
She don't ever hit a cushion unless she absolutely has to.
She keeps it simple.
And she's so, accustomed to playing that way, and so adept at playing that way. She makes the game appear very easy.
Right. Well, 6-0. Vivian's taking a break.
Well, you can hardly blame her.
No, I don't blame her. She didn't get off to a good start. She's gonna go forget about the first half of the match, come back, try to start over, regroup.
Well,
And hopefully we get to see a closer match when she comes back.
They're taking a break, and I think we'll take a break as well.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, we're back, and obviously the players are back also. I tell you, G-Force, this Fisher girl, she's something special.
She is. She doesn't have those nicknames for no reason. Duchess of Doom, Princess of Pain, Master of Disaster. She's brutal, and she loves it too.
They're all
She doesn't
very,
get tired of it. See,
very
we're all
appropriate.
hoping secretly that she gets tired of winning pretty soon and retires. But it's not happening. Look again. Doesn't make a ball on the break. The one ball is down on the short cushion. Cue ball stays up here, which makes it really difficult for Vivian to get started. She never gets a shot to get started.
Oh, I can see.
I can feel for her. What she would need right now is an easy opportunity to get going.
This is not going to be easy either. I think she's going to try to reposition the cue ball. No, she's going to go the
pretty
other way.
safe behind the
This
four.
this
She
this
didn't-
demands excellent speed.
Right.
By choosing the other route, you're leaving your
Much
opponent.
higher percentage, wasn't it?
Well, you're
on
leaving
the
your
other route.
opponent a lot of distance in the event that you don't get where you
Right.
actually want to go. But the worst that can happen is you're going to leave her a long, tough shot.
Right. The 8 and 9 are tied up.
Kind
So-
of. I think the eight can be pocketed in this pocket right here.
But right now, if she makes the one ball in the side, it looks like her cue ball is gonna run into that 8-9.
Well, it figures to go this way, bypass it.
Bypass it.
Yeah. And I think that's what she's going to
And
do.
the 6 and 7 are big.
Well, she'll hit it hard enough. Well, she's going for
Oh,
the
she got
corner.
in the corner.
Because she thought she had the 8 of the 3 ball, which she did, but she hit it at that exact spot.
Oh, funny. Vivian goes, oh, you finally missed.
Yeah.
She's human. She's human. Just kidding.
Now Vivian has to deal with that 8-9.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of difficulty in this rack, though.
On this shot right here is a very crucial shot. You must hit the one ball very thinly. Thinly enough so you do not bother the 3 like that.
Right.
Now you see what happened?
Yeah.
Had she hit the one ball thinly enough not to contact the 3, she would have been another 1.5 up table, another, I'd say, foot away
She
from
would
the
have
cushion.
been off the cushion, and she would have left the 3 near the pocket. Yeah.
So that was
everything
a crucial shot.
Right. See, in those are situations, I don't think that Vivian really pays enough attention to things like that. She's sometimes a little careless.
Right.
She's such a great talent with an awesome stroke, but sometimes she's a little careless. I've noticed that. I've been watching her for 6-7 years now, and I think she might have the most talent on our tour.
Yeah,
But she's just a little careless, and
very
it gets
talented.
her.
Well, it's going to get anyone.
Right.
You know, when you're careless, it's got to get you. It's got to get you. And once she figures it out,
Yeah, but she's so stubborn. I've talked to her. I've told her you're careless. She even that thing that she goes 1-2 shoot every time. You know, it's great under pressure situations. She doesn't give herself time for negative thought. She goes 1-2 shoot every single time. But I told her, don't you agree that there's some shots, a little finesse shot or something, where it simply craves a little more than 2 warm-up strokes? She's no. That's her style. 1-2 shoot.
Once
She's
again.
stubborn. There's a beautiful safety.
once again, it's another example of not only the direction of the cue ball, but the speed of it.
Right.
How nicely she can do that.
There's the 5% away for the kick, so Vivian's gonna jump it at 2 ball. Jump safety. Jump bank it.
Jump
But-
it, baby, jump it.
Jump safety.
This is going to be very interesting here. This is a very difficult situation for her to negotiate, considering the position of the 3.
Right.
Notice the position of the 5. It precludes her from repositioning the cue ball in this area here. That's out. She can't go 2 cushions because and try to go into the balls, because I don't think she can get the ball back far enough to do that. Maybe I'm wrong, but if
Right.
she can do that, that's what I
She
would
could
do.
come. She could come all the way up here behind the 3 to play the 3 down, or just play position for a safety.
Yeah, I like going 2 cushions into the balls there.
Into the-
I think that's the.
I would go behind them.
See, she couldn't get
Oh.
it back enough. That's what I was saying. She couldn't
Oh,
get
she
it back
didn't
enough,
have that option.
far enough. She did, but she had to get it to hit around here,
Right.
and I didn't think that she could get it back that far.
Okay. She had to hit that too thin for that.
Yeah, exactly. It looked
Okay.
like it was lying too thinly for that particular shot. But she chose to shoot it, so therefore she must have thought that she could have done it. So I'm
No,
not going to argue
since
it.
since Vivian played that shot without touching the 8 and 9, that makes me believe that the 8 is clear.
Yeah, it most
It-
certainly is.
yeah.
Yeah. Now she's taking a look at the 8-9 combination.
See, I would have looked at those 2 balls before I shot the 3, since I had ball in hand, and if they are tied up, she had a real nice chance to open them up and still get position for the 4.
Well, I think
But-
that she did look at the 8 in regard to, is it pocketable in this
okay.
pocket? Then she took another look at it later on to see if the 8 and 9 were an option.
Okay. All right. She came a little short, but she's still just gonna go forward. 2 cushions for the 7 in the side. No. She
Okay,
drew it.
now she's got to do. Well, I don't know. If she has the angle to draw over here, she'll do that.
Well, she's looking at the combination again. So it must be.
Must be on.
It must be on.
It better be on.
You better be on now.
And it appears that it's aiming for this point here.
Right, but
If
they're
that's
close
true, then
enough.
she should be over here,
Right.
because she's going to have to hit this side of the 8.
And throw the 9. See, now she gets energy from the audience. That's what Vivian does. She starts interfering with the audience. And she gets a little energy of that. Now she's on the board at least. 6-1. Let's see. If she gets a couple of good breaks, you know, gets a start, get a rhythm going, then we're gonna see a match, hopefully.
It's quite possible that that could happen.
She knows she had a lot of opportunities.
She's got to be careful on the break. Make sure that she hits the break.
Control the cue. Yeah. Ooh. Look at that. Oh, she scratched. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's just what she needed.
You know, the cue ball wasn't going in the direction.
It wasn't. I was
of the side pocket.
Yeah, what happened there? I took
Like
my.
kissed
I
the
looked at the
side.
cue ball first, and then I took my eye off the cue ball because it wasn't going. And then I'd watch the 9, and all of a sudden the cue ball was gone too. Did it get kicked in?
You know, yeah, obviously it got kicked in. A good friend of mine, Mike Siegel, who all of us know very well, always said that it's in the stars.
It's in the stars.
If it's in the stars, there's nothing you can do to change it.
All right. He might be right.
I'm sorry.
I like resting the cue ball on the cushion if she had the ability to do that. Because you notice there really isn't an
But she needs
accessible
to get
route.
over to the other side.
Right, if she
for the
rested
three.
on
Now
the cushion, then she could have gone forward, like here, and up that way.
Oh, but that was probably too dangerous because if she
Right.
goes into the cushion and out a little bit, then she's straight in and has no
Exactly.
chance of going over. I think that's why she opted to go out.
Yeah, but with her great speed
at
control,
that.
I thought she had a chance to do that.
And that's another shot she executed perfectly with the bridge.
No,
The rest.
Yeah, well, I agree with that, but I think this angle was a little awkward.
It's a little less angle than she wanted, but she's still all right.
She's going to have to hit the center of the pocket because I do believe she's going to put some force
Look at
into
that, she's
this.
following that ball 2 rails.
This is dangerous.
She's good at that though.
That's
makes me
this.
sick.
Yeah, well, she's starting to make me kind of like sick myself, you know. And,
Ah, funny. Now she's much closer to the 4. She still has to cut it and go, let the cue ball go 2 cushions, but she's a lot closer
right.
than when she would have just played the 3 ball and punched the cue ball in and out of the rail. So she made
But
life a lot easier.
she plays so intelligently.
She's so confident.
She
you know?
plays the way the game should be played, playing position for the 5 in the corner opposed to the side was in my opinion, the right call again. Now she'll just draw it back a little bit. I don't think she can go forward here, do you?
No,
When she's looking at the side.
at that right now. She's a little straight on it than she would like to be.
Maybe she will go forward. She doesn't want to deal with the 7 from that position.
Exactly. I think I like the option of going forward because of the way the 6 and the 7 are laid out.
No, notice once
Now
again,
she's-
very good speed of the cue ball. Once again. This is going to be an interesting shot. She got a little,
She's a little-
clumsy on the 6 here.
She's right in between of being straight into the side or the corner.
And the angle that she does have offered to her suggests to me that when she strikes the 6, the cue ball is going to go toward that upper right-hand corner. So she's going to have to use a different type of a stroke to change the direction, and it's not going to be easy. She would like to draw one back to that rail before the side, but she's not going to get off that rail enough to play position for the 7 in the lower right-hand corner. So therefore, she has a little work in front of her here, a little more work than people out there think.
Right.
She's going to do. She's going to hit
the
the center
shot.
of the side rail.
She's just going down with inside English. Let the
She's
cue
going
ball
here.
Open up.
Here, here, and over here. That's where she's going. So she's going.
I don't. Look at that, Billy.
That's where she's going.
That was beautiful drawing.
That's where she's going.
I like that. That was very pretty.
It's pretty. You didn't know I was an
Very
artist,
pretty.
huh?
No, I didn't know that.
A lot
You're
of
a jack of all trades.
penmanship.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, she utilized the 9 ball to stop the cue ball somewhat, and even pushed it a little closer to the pocket. This is just a center ball hit. After contacting the 8, the cue ball will pick up a natural English, which you know.
Where's that speed control?
That's not very often that
That was unusual.
or she allows her speed of the cue ball to escape her. Now, once again, she's going to have to show everyone that she still can pocket balls.
Yeah. And that's one shot. It comes up so often, and you have so much. You have room anywhere here where you can land, and you have a better shot than this. But it happens so often that you overhit that shot a little bit and come on top of the 9, and then you're faced with that. Nice.
Yeah. Forget
No big
about
deal,
it.
is it?
No problem. Forget about it. Well, I'll tell you what. Those of us who have the opportunity and really the privilege at this time to watch her is really something special. But fortunately, all the people that aren't here presently and are at their homes or in billiard rooms throughout the country
Is this the
have an
first time?
opportunity
Is this
have
first
an
time for
opportunity to
you?
watch her on Accu-Stats.
I know.
No, I've watched her play.
You've
several
watched her
times.
play live?
Yeah, yeah. And
But she does she impress you more today than the past time?
I love her more today than yesterday. Yes.
It's an ongoing thing, huh?
Yeah.
It's a growing. This time she made a 1 on the break. She does have a nice shot on the 2. But the problem is to get from the 2 to the 3. Because the 6 ball is blocking.
That is the problem. And
I don't know if she has enough angle to draw the cue ball back on the other side of the 3.
what she's
Where the
looking,
9 is.
what she's looking at now is, can she cheat the pocket, shoot the 2 into this part of the pocket, drawing the cue ball straight back like so.
No,
Not
she,
so
this
much.
time she did what I said. Draw it,
Okay.
cheat the pocket, create an angle, draw it into the 9. I'm so pleased that for once I got it right.
You are.
I'm very pleased.
Thank you.
I'm going to sleep better now.
You get a lot of things right. Now she can play the billiard.
Does
huh?
the 3 go?
No.
The 3 doesn't go.
No, she's going to either have to play the billiard or she's going to have to freeze the cue ball on the
Right.
6.
That would be nice. Just send the 3 ball down. And follow the cue ball into the cushion and let it float up to the 6.
Well,
She's
just
not
just
doing
float
that, though.
onto the 6 like so. Very little movement.
But then she keeps everything close together.
Yeah, that's.
With the
that's
other
correct.
option, she would separate the balls nicely and
I
make
like
it a lot harder.
I like your shot.
You do?
Yeah, I like your shot. If she's sure to walk away with a hook.
Looks like she's going for a kill. She's getting brave now because she's ahead 7-1. Nice shot. And she has a little angle to catch the short wheel and come out 2 cushions for
And
the
that's
4
all
on
she
the
needs.
side. Beautiful. Yep.
And once again, she has a nice little angle. This time she'll go to the, I'm going to make a little drawing with the telestrator. This time she'll go to the cushion in front of the side and come straight over.
She's drawing it, Billy.
She is?
Yep.
Well, then maybe she was straight in.
She must have been.
Yeah, she must have been.
Now she has a slightly longer shot on the 7 than
And
she
then
would have
she's
wanted
gonna have
to.
to
But
elevate.
and she has to hold over the 9. But here's where technique comes in. Here's where she keeps everything extra still. Don't panic. Keep calm. Still very very slow backswing. Look at that.
Look at the speed of the cue ball
I
once
know.
again. It's sickening,
It is
isn't
sick.
I know.
I know now why I'm sitting here. I'm not playing out there.
But I've given you the secret.
I know. Thank you, Billy.
I've given you the secret.
I will do that. You know.
Okay. This is game number 9.
Nice. 8-1. She's 3 games away. She's playing really, really well. You know, normally if somebody dominates like that and just keeps winning, you get really sick of it and you want to see them lose.
I know
But
a
I don't get
couple-
that feeling with
listen,
Allison.
Listen, in case you're interested, I know a couple people in New York. Really?
That could take care of that.
Yeah, I think they know how to handle people like her. In case you're interested, I'll leave you my number, okay?
Okay.
You never can
I'll
tell.
take
One
that
day you
number
might
down.
need my assistance.
I'm gonna try for a little longer with more practice. If that doesn't work, I'll give you a call, Billy.
All right.
Oh. She controlled the cue ball well, but it got kicked and almost scratched in the side. Yeah, come on, Vivian.
Another difficult situation to
Yeah.
deal with. She can't go up and back down table because there's too much traffic. Notice she can't hit it.
She would
cut
have to hit it
and back
perfectly.
down.
Between
Too much
the
traffic.
5-6.
Too much traffic. She was going to have to finesse it and with a little spin, come out to here. Very difficult shot.
Personally, I would still go up and down.
A lot of traffic. A lot of traffic.
I wouldn't hit the 6.
You know why?
I'm kidding.
Because
It was very difficult.
You would have probably used the technique I just touched.
Well, she caught it slightly thick, didn't she? She caught it a little thicker than she wanted. That's
Right.
why she came back and went into the 6.
Yeah, sure.
And now, can she see it enough to make it?
She certainly can.
She can.
Yes, she can. But
Oh,
it's not an
is she
easy
looking at the
shot.
3-9 combination? What is she looking at?
It looks like she's looking a far distance from the cue ball to the 2 ball. Extremely far distance, and even further
I
when
think
you're
there's
behind
only a
8
hair.
to 1.
I think there's only a hair room of not hitting it. Look at that.
Now what? Now there's nothing she can do here. She doesn't
Where
have a
was
shot.
she trying to get with that?
I don't know. She doesn't have a shot. She's going to have to try to reposition the cue ball up table behind the 8 some way. I think that's what she's going to have to try to do.
Oh, she tried to make that. I didn't even know
Oh,
she had a
must
pocket.
she must have had a half a pocket. Well, I'll tell you the truth. This isn't really that easy.
No, it's closer pocket, but they're both on the rail. It's a cut shot.
Well, fortunately for
Tough to
Allison, the
control the
4
cue
ball's
ball.
near the upper corner.
Mhm.
Near enough to where she doesn't have to be concerned about hitting this with any speed.
Just gonna hit it with a little outside English. Try to avoid.
See,
Oh,
she just hit it with the soft
Okay.
strokes. Now she's going to have to really be careful because it's going to take natural English. If she hits the long rail first and then contacts the ball, it'll have that left-hand spin on the cue ball. And then when it hits the bottom cushion, it'll go in the direction of the 7 or 8.
right.
But she's going to be pretty careful,
It
realizing.
looks like she's not gonna try to
Right.
do too much with the cue ball.
Right,
Just
she's too
make the
smart.
and take. I know.
I think we're going to have to get rid of her.
It really does look more and more like that's the
Yeah.
only option.
You see what I mean? See? And look, we're going to have to get rid of her.
Okay, there's another little tester for her. The 5's very far away. She's got a lot of angle. And she needs to hold that cue
Let's
ball.
draw this one. 1, naturally, bingo.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Would you do that all the way around?
5.
That would be rather pretty.
Why not?
She could draw the cue ball into the 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she could. She tried to do that.
Yeah.
She didn't like my pattern? Okay, forget it.
It is.
Well,
It is
she's-
a relief to see, though, that she does make a mistake every once in a while.
She has a shot now to redeem herself.
Oh.
Hmm?
Yes. I like it. And the 9 is off the cushion a little bit, which makes it a bigger target.
Absolutely, which makes it
Yeah, she's got a really good shot at
better
making
chance
that
of
9.
pocketing it.
Nope, drew it too much. She drew it right in, she tried to draw that right into the 9 instead of drawing it into the short cushion.
Yeah, you would have used the cushion in front of her.
Yeah, I
At least
would like-
favored that side.
Right.
You're playing good.
Well, maybe she tried.
She probably
and
did try
maybe
it
she
just a little
tried,
bit, yeah.
and she
It was-
finally mishit something.
Yeah, let's
Maybe
hope
we
so.
can let her stick around for a while.
Yeah, she
Huh?
must have heard us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's another thing.
But you know, it was awfully far because the cue ball was so far away from that ball. To control the draw perfectly was really difficult. Vivian is gonna hit rail first, a lot of inside English. Oh.
Did she hit the ball? Did it waver
No,
a
it
little
was a
bit?
foul.
Are you sure?
It looked like a foul to me.
Yeah, this is an interesting shot. You know, can I have an overhead, please? It wouldn't be totally wrong if she could position the cue ball here and then shoot this shot.
Go up and down.
You know.
Look
Because-
what she's doing.
Yeah,
I would,
this
I don't
is
like
dangerous
that.
because
yeah, I
you
don't
know
like that.
that's dangerous.
She is gonna go up and down.
That's what she's going to do. You know, the only problem with that shot, if you can call it a problem, is the 8 ball. Let's go with the overhead. Now she's going back to the this shot. I liked going
I'm
here
surprised. Yeah, me
and down,
too.
or even here.
The 8 ball is not really a problem.
No.
Going up and down.
Not
Even
really.
if she runs into it, it's no
Right.
problem. The only problem is the scratch if she hits it, you know, too hard, too long. But yeah, I don't know if I like what she's doing. But I'm sure she knows what she's doing. I don't like it.
She likes it even less.
That was not good.
No. I think she's determined to stay around for a while. I mean, you know. She does take you seriously, doesn't she?
Of course.
I figured.
Does she have? Can she make that ball? She's
Well,
awfully. Oh, there's a nice
Let's
shot.
take a look. I think she's just playing a safety.
Yeah. Just thin the 7 and send the cue ball to the opposite side of the table. Put a lot of distance between the balls.
Look what she did.
She even hooked her. I think we have to get rid of her after
Yeah, I
all,
think
really.
she's got to go now for sure.
But
if
it
she
is-
played that, she's history.
She is. Sorry, babe.
Yeah, you got to go. No question about it.
7 is pretty close to the pocket, though.
Yeah.
If Vivian hits that wall, she can make it, let the cue ball float around 2 rails for the 8. Very nice. Slightly long, and it's still not easy.
I think she's going to have to follow this. But she could draw it, but following it gives her a better position. A little more difficult to pocket the 8, though. What would you do here?
I don't know if I like following it. Following it, I'm gonna make a little drawing.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You think following? Do you think she can catch
Oh,
the
yeah.
shot while coming
Yeah, I
up?
think
Well,
so,
then
yeah.
definitely. If she can do that, then I definitely follow it. But I thought she had a little more angle, and there was a scratch following it, or she had to hit. She could only hit it here. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
That was a very nice shot.
yeah, excellent shot. Excellent shot.
All right. Don't give up, Viv.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. Allison has really put on a pool clinic in
Yes.
this particular match.
She does.
You know,
She does that a lot, Billy.
and everyone in attendance here certainly
Even it up.
are glad they're here to witness this.
Right.
It's really
Tornado's just not
special to see this.
Vivian is trying to get that tornado going.
Mhm.
Last time she broke, she made the 9, but also scratched.
And she don't want to pocket the 2. Okay, it
All right.
stayed out.
All right.
And now the balls are spread nicely over the table. She has a nice shot on the 2, the 3-ball position. They're the same pocket at the side. She shouldn't have a problem with the 3. The 4-ball she should play in the lower right-hand corner.
Yes.
But the presence of the 5 may, make her change her mind or her route.
It's definitely a great opportunity to get another game here. If she could shut Allison out of the match for a little while,
Now she has to be careful.
she's already not where she wants to be.
So she's going to probably have to settle for playing the 4 on the side. So she's got to be careful. That she
wanted
doesn't
to
snooker
float
herself.
up on that ball a little more. She held that cue ball too much,
Yeah.
and now she has more angle on the 3 than she wanted.
She's thinking about going 2 cushions around the 6-8. I don't
Right.
like that at all.
But what other option does she have?
She can go with inside English softly. She can end up where the 6 is. With inside English, she can bump the 6 and just take the shot on the 4 from that position.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't like putting myself out of line and then having to go back in line again. I don't like that. Oh, I don't know.
That
You don't
was-
know. I don't know. Hopefully she does. Well, maybe it wasn't all that ideal from where the 6 was positioned to shoot the 4 on the side. From my vantage point, that maybe over here it's not very good to shoot the 4 on the
Right,
side.
exactly.
Okay, then I. Oh!
Oh. She made a nice shot, but
Yeah.
still, it's still very difficult.
I feel a breeze.
It's really starting to get going, that
Yes, it's
tornado,
getting a little
but
windy
I
in
don't
here,
know
isn't
what's
it?
stopping it.
Getting a little windy in here?
Yes. That was nice.
Nicely done.
She's straight on the 6 again.
I think
Just-
she's in fine shape
Yeah,
right
she's
here.
still fine. Just draw it straight back
She can cheat the
to where
pocket.
she is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
not
Where's she
so
going?
much.
Where's she going?
Oops.
Okay, now she has to stroke it.
Now she has to go over to the long rail, and
she's got to...
she made it a little harder than she had to.
Mhm.
But, you know, being so far behind, she hasn't had that much time on the table.
But this is her shot.
Everything's a lot
This
more
is her
difficult.
kind of shot.
Yeah, just stay down. Oh, wow, look at that. It's still funny.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It kind of tempts you to go around the table, doesn't
Right.
it?
Only when you're struggling, it's funny. You know, if you're steamrolling, this is no problem. But
Feel a little breeze. I don't know. How about
I
you?
do.
Okay.
I do.
Game number
8-3.
11 goes to Vivian. Well, that's what she's going to have to do, G4. She's going to have to keep her in the chair, because if she allows her out of the chair, her chances have really lessened considerably. So she's going to have to freeze her in the chair. You just freeze there. It's my turn at the table.
You stayed there, Duchess.
Okay, yeah.
She actually did say before the match that it's going to depend a lot on the break. Vivian said that. She said if her break works, she feels pretty confident.
Well, now it's to the point where her break better work.
Right. She made the 1 in the side
And
again.
the 2. And the 2.
And
Look
the
at
2 this time.
And the balls
has a
aren't
nice
really,
shot again.
really in that great a shape for her, but at least she's at the table. You know, the 5, 6, and 7.
If the 5 goes down in
ball,
the corner,
that's a
or does it go
difficult
in the
ball to get
side?
to.
I don't know if it goes in the side. I don't know if it goes in the corner.
It does go into this
It
pocket
does,
here.
okay.
Okay, and she has to get over here.
Right, and for that she would like to have the cue ball over here to hit the 4 and come over here. But she only has very little angle on the 3, so I don't think she can force the cue ball all the way over there. Oh, look at that. That was a nice option. Now she's on that side of the 4.
How about this? Keep this overhead. How about if she would have cut that in there, 1, 2 cushions, and into these balls?
Why would you do that?
4 is hanging to open them up.
Not.
Okay. Well, the 5 obviously goes in the side. Right?
Well, it better.
Yeah, better is right.
Yeah, it must go. She's gonna have to let the cue ball run into.
That was a nice shot. She doesn't
Don't
want to
make
make
it.
that.
Don't make it. Stop. That was very nice.
Okay. What would you do here? Okay. I like it.
I would draw down. I would come into a cushion and come back out here.
How about this coming straight across here?
Oh, there you go. I like that better, Billy.
You do? So do I.
Vivian
Because
did.
you have to have better speed control with
Right.
this shot.
She
This shot just
executed
plays natural.
perfectly.
But now
Yeah, I
she's
agree
got,
with you.
And now she's got to draw to the side rail and back out again.
She likes that shot though, forcing it in. 1 rail back out.
Mm-hmm. She hits it well.
She could follow it, run into
No.
the 9 for the 8 on the
Well,
side.
yeah, that's right. She could. That's right. And it's not a bad shot. It's not a bad shot at all. Well, that was hit perfectly.
Very nice.
It's getting a little drafty in there. Don't you think?
Oh yeah. I'll feel the breeze.
Mm-hmm. It's getting, as a matter of fact, a little more than a breeze.
Look at that, look at that. She knows the tornado is on its way. And you know, if she can get that crowd going, Vivian can really feed off the energy from the crowd.
Yeah, that's for
It
sure.
would really be fun to see her come back.
It would be very interesting.
Because she's so much fun to watch when she gets going. She communicates with the audience. I don't like it when she's all shut out and down.
No. Well, who
She's
does?
so much, well, yeah, but see, a lot of players like myself, we don't really show too much emotion when we play. But Vivian, when she gets going, It's so much fun to watch her.
Oh, she really
And I
broke
like
him
to
nicely
see
there.
that.
Unfortunately, the 2-ball ended up in this position here.
Right. She made 3 balls on the break, but doesn't have a shot. Can she even hit it? But there's not much to gain.
She
She's
can
going to
hit
push
it,
out,
but
huh?
I think she's forced to push here.
Yeah.
She's forced to push, and she's really at a disadvantage because this is a type of a situation where no matter where she pushes, excuse me, it's going to be a difficult situation. I mean, she's going to have to get extra creative here. I would let's have an overhead. I would push over here, or over here if I could, and if Allison passes a shot, I would try to go 1 or 2 cushions up this way.
And you would be able to leave the 2-ball there?
Yeah, I would hit it thinly enough so it would get a little movement, and I would try to go up here, maybe even back of the 6. And if Allison took the shot, then she would have to execute it well. This here,
She pushed way down.
yeah. See, now this is too difficult.
Too difficult.
You're asking yourself
Right,
to
there's
do too
9
much.
foot, 9
you know?
feet between the balls.
She was really at a disadvantage from the position she was left after the break.
Look at that, look at that.
Oh,
You gotta love it! You gotta love it.
now she couldn't possibly be that tough luck to be straight in, could she?
She is. I think she has a tiny little angle. We're just gonna have to draw back and
let's
play the
not,
4
let's
down
not-
past the side.
Let's not forget about the possibility of banking the 4 cross side. You know, she can follow up maybe an inch, and then she'll have a nice bank on the 4 cross side with 2 real position for the 6. Well, that was excellent.
That was very nice.
Very nice. Now she has to make sure she cuts the 4-ball past the point, because when this ball is missed, it's quite often missed by hitting it
Right.
into the point. So you have to be mindful of the point here. You have to cut it past the point.
Right, on shots like that, I'm gonna make a little drawing.
We're
What
going to
I
draw
do
here.
on shots like that, when you have to draw past the side pocket, I have an imaginary pocket here somewhere. And it helps me. It's a lot closer. I imagine the pocket being here, and I just make sure that my object ball goes past the side into that pocket. And of course, if it makes it there, it makes it all the way.
I like
It's
it.
just another little
I like it.
psychological.
Well, I like it. It's not only
You like it?
psychological, it's a system which obviously works.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're going to have to do a little extra, something
Oh, she
extra
came
here.
a little-
Can we have an overhead once again? Okay, she has an option either to draw the ball this way or that way, or she has an option of going with a little inside English and coming down this way. 1, 2, and down this way like that. That's her options here.
I'd be more comfortable drawing it.
Or she has a third option. I didn't think she was that. I didn't think she had.
We thought she had a
kind of
little more
an
angle in that, yeah.
But I'll
That's
tell you
nice.
what,
Well, she's coming back.
getting goosebumps here.
It is
You
kind
have,
of
you have a coat
I'm
or
a
a
bit
jacket?
chilly. I'm a bit chilly. 8-5. Another game or 2, and we have a close match.
They rate tornadoes by numbers, don't they?
Yes, they do.
How do they do that? What do they say? What kind of a tornado do you think is brewing up right now?
It's brewing up.
What number do you think it is?
Well, right now, I don't know. 3 or 4 with a lot of potential.
I tell you what, 8-5. We have a match again. It's starting
Yes,
to get a
we do.
heartbeat.
Allison is still 3 games away from the match. It would be a lot different if we were racing to 9 like in the rest of the tournament. But since this is a race to 11, nice
Boy, she's
break.
really breaking them good.
She controlled the
There's the
cue
8.
ball
There's
so
the
nicely.
8. No.
Didn't make
She better hope the 1 gets behind the 6, which it has.
She can see a full ball, but I don't think she can see enough to make it.
You know,
Not even with
you know,
spin, so
I
she-
think she can make it.
You think she can
yeah,
with a lot
I
of
think
spin?
she can make it. But the problem is, even if she does pocket it, the 3 balls here,
Blocking
and she
the
may
2.
not get, she may not get position for the 2.
Right.
So
Now,
therefore-
if she just hits that ball straight, sticks the cue ball there to the 6, she's got a big. She wants
Yeah,
to make
but
sure
what's
that the
gonna happen
1
to the
ball.
1?
Yeah, she's gonna make sure that the 1 ball comes out, goes past the 4. If the 1 ball gets stuck by the 4,
Well, then I don't think she
she
can
has a
stick it.
problem again.
I don't think
So,
she can do that, control the 1 and stick it.
I know. So.
So, Mommy.
So there's a problem.
Maybe she wants to try to position it overhead, if you would. Maybe she wants to try to position it here, behind the 6. And even if it does hit the 2 or the 4 or the 5,
Yeah,
she's got
but
it
I don't
behind
know.
that.
That's a little too difficult for my liking.
Okay.
She's going for the crossbank. That was nice. I like that option.
Yeah, I don't have any problem.
It was
what she
unfortunate
did.
that she hung it up.
Yeah, but now, you know, even though it appears that she's got an excellent opportunity, she has to be careful here. I would try to
Stick to the long
I
rail.
would try to come down this way toward the 9 and the 7, like that.
Okay.
I think that's natural to do that. Okay.
No, don't.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Don't. Keep rolling. No way.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So that's why I wanted to stay on this side of the 9 and the 7.
Yeah.
To go straight down toward the 9 and the 7 like that. This can be pocketed though. She can go quite straight. I play to pocket this ball. I play to kick at it and hit this side
Just
of the
one rail,
pocket
right?
it,
Yeah, she's looking at it 2 rails. But then
You know.
the ball is way too small then.
Yeah, and there's no guarantee that she's going to walk away with a good
Right.
situation.
Plus, if she goes 2 rails, the pocket is so big. If she hits it on the inside, I'm gonna make a little one. If she hits it on this side, then there's the scratch.
That's right. That's another
So
bad thing that can happen.
going 1 rail is a lot better here. And she did. Oh! She
How'd she do?
She got half a roll, I think. I don't know if Allison can make that or if she has to bank in. Unfortunately, I can't really see the angle.
Well, when you consider how well Allison has been playing, Vivian has 5 games. She must be playing pretty good herself.
Yeah, it's true. Exactly.
She's going to bank it, just stiffen the ball. Like so.
Hung it up again, but this
wow.
time she hooked up.
Yeah, but she has 2 options here. She can use the short rail and kick the long way, or she can go cross table and kick. She can go in between these 2 balls and kick this way, or she can go this way.
Right, yeah, I like
Rail
that.
first,
So I
kick
like
that
that
way.
second option.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
she got too deep behind the 2, and I think it's going to cost her this time.
Yeah,
See, there was no scratch kicking
kicking
the
the long way, yeah.
But I like what
That's
she
funny,
did,
and I
though.
would never even thought of that option. But now that you mention it, I like that a lot because you would have cut out that scratch,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
well, you know, I think that she played a pretty good shot. You know, she was at the table. She felt what she could do being at the table, and if she would have hit about an inch or so before the spot that she hit, she would have probably done well.
Right. Oh, yeah, and that shot. Allison's gonna draw the cube, which is past the 9. Hit the rail right, but
Well, she has two- she
8
has
ball, sorry.
Yeah, she has 2 options. She's looking at this one now.
Yes.
That's the one she's looking at, or else she can go straight across like this here.
I like the first one that hit the rail. That's what it is.
And we're going to change the tape after she pockets the 3. Okay, we're back there, and the only thing we missed was her pocketing the 4 ball. You saw where she got when she was playing shape for the 4, and she just pocketed the 4 with 2 cushions, and now she's have to shoot the 5 in the corner. She's following it across the table. Oh, I thought she missed that. I thought she missed it, but obviously she didn't. You know, she would like to draw this back about 2 feet. And I think that's what she's going to need to do here, because if she stops it there, I don't like the angle.
She's straight in again?
Yeah, but that's much better.
Yeah.
She'll maybe be forced to follow it up and play the 8 in the upper corner. She needed about another 6 inches.
Right.
She might be able to go across over to here, come out. And she was straight in. Well, this shouldn't be much of a problem at all. because this is the type of an angle that allows this shot to be hit much more accurately. You know exactly where you have to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
This shot is actually easier than if she was straight in. Notice it didn't hit a cushion. This will give her 9 kings to Vivian's 5.
She got a little. She pranked the 2-ball and hooked Vivian. And Vivian scratched on that kick, right?
Yeah.
I thought Vivian hit that kick kind of hard.
Well, you know, she did hit it a little harder
Didn't
than
she?
she should
Did you
have.
have that feeling too?
Yeah. Had she struck it accurately, then the cue ball would have most likely gotten away from her. Went up too far up table.
Right. I think because of hitting it hard, she shortened the angle a little bit and didn't catch the second rail.
That's an excellent observation. Really is. That's exactly what happened.
That's
yes,
what
it
I
is.
think happened. Thank you.
It's okay.
See, I've been watching AccuStats before. Been listening to you, Billy. That's why I know these things.
Well, thank you. Oh, did she pocket a ball?
3, 6, 9. She
No.
didn't.
No.
The 1 ball up on the short rail again.
The 2 looks like it has enough room here to pass, but barely.
Yeah.
But
Vivian,
that's not really the problem she has right now,
right?
is it?
No. She does have a bank, or she can play the safety draw on the cue ball behind the 5-7.
That's where she's going.
That's what she
That's
did.
where
That
she's
was
going.
very nice.
Look at here. Whew.
Good shot.
That's an excellent shot. You can forget about her hitting this ball.
Right.
No way. No way. And she really can't tie up anything, can she?
I don't think so. They're very close, so you can't even jump them, huh?
Maybe she can tie up the 7-3. I don't see.
That's
what do you see?
difficult
Of course, it's
situation.
difficult. Do you see anything out there that's not difficult? She's tying
She
up the
can go-
7-4. 7-4. She's
Right.
trying to tie up.
well done.
Mm.
No, I think
Wow.
I think it's dead. Is it dead?
Yeah, it looks like it's very makeable.
So still, but there's still the 2 ball.
Right. She's trying to determine now if the 2 will pass the 6. Now, if the 2 doesn't pass the 6, would you consider pocketing the
Playing
1
the 2 into the
and
4.
then repositioning the
Yes,
cue
I
ball
would.
here, playing this combination?
I would consider that, but I think the 2 ball does pass the 6.
Now, there she goes with her 3 foul
She's playing it
strategy.
safe again. That was very nicely
Wow.
executed.
Now, here's the
This time she froze
shot
it to
here.
the 6.
She has to elevate, hit here with an elevation. The cue ball then takes a twirl back like this here. If she elevates up in the air like this here with a masse,
Yeah.
that's a billiard player shot. You shoot it out with low ball with right hand English, and it takes this masse turn like that there.
Well, if she comes with that, we have to
Then
get
she's
rid of
got
her
to go.
again.
She's got to go. She's got to go.
Oh,
She's got to go. There,
She
she's
is-
trying it, but
she is
she's
trying
not
it,
getting
yeah.
up high enough. So she's got to get way up in the air. Let's see how well she does with it. See, she's got to
Yeah,
get way
didn't
up in the air.
grab,
She's
right.
got to get that backspin on the
right.
cue ball.
Yeah, it didn't grab enough.
She's got to get up in the air to do it.
I
And
see
if
what
she
you're
would have
saying.
done that, now she's going to play the 4-7 here. The 1-4-7.
Still a tough rack. Because
It
she
sure
shoots the
is.
1 into the 4. The 1 and the 4 might stick together. She's not sure getting a shot on the 1 after she pockets the 7. Is Ellie on 2 fouls now or not?
Yeah, she's on 2
She's
fouls.
on 2 fouls.
And,
Vivian's
and
looking
Vivian's
for a third
desperately
safety.
trying to figure out
Yeah.
a way to do something to her here. I mean,
Right.
she really wants to do it bad.
Wants to do a bad thing.
Yes, she does.
Allison is picking the nails.
And I
Waiting
don't
for another
know.
opportunity.
I don't know how well she's going to do this.
She's just gonna roll the 1 up to the 2 and have the cue ball come over to
No,
the 3.
forget
She
about it.
did not hit that well at all.
No, she didn't.
Oops.
Now Allison is looking at the billiard here on the 7. she can comfortably clear the point of the side with a high ball, hitting it with some speed.
Right.
She'll probably hit the cushion before the 4 and will pocket the 7.
Yes.
But funny things happen to the cue ball when you shoot shots like this. It could possibly scratch behind the 7.
I think she's going for the cut shot. Playing the 1 into the 4 ball and making the 7. Do you like that better?
I don't know.
You like the carom better?
I like the carom better to pocket the 7. But she may lose the cue ball shooting it like this.
Right, that's why I like cutting the 1.
That may be better. Now she's elevating, which
She's,
suggests to me that she's not doing either. Now I don't know what she's doing here. She's repositioning the cue ball back here where it is now.
What about playing a 2-way shot?
Nope, she's playing this
safe.
shot, which hasn't gotten her very much.
Was that a 2-way shot? Cross-banking the 1 ball into the side and have the cue ball run into the 4 to make the 7?
I don't think she could have
You didn't
done
like that?
No, I don't think that was an option. Yeah, you got to get close to the 2 here.
Overcutting.
She's going to move
Oh,
something. She's going to move something. Now she's really
now she's
created some problems. Now she can play the 7 if she doesn't like the shot on the 1.
right.
You know what I mean? She can play the 7 now. She can play at the 7 now and try to control the 1 ball. That would be interesting to see if she could do that. Because shooting the 1 is a difficult shot in itself.
And you don't really get rewarded.
Right. Because now the position of the 2 makes that shot more difficult to pull the trigger on. But shooting the 1 billiard into the 4 combination 7 seems to me that it's kind of tempting because at least you know you're going to keep control of the table. And if I would shoot it, I would try to cut the 1 thinly with a low ball.
Make sure it goes towards the corner.
Well, when you shoot this straight,
Oh man.
it doesn't much matter.
Wow, what a shot.
And now,
That was too good.
now she's going to shoot the 7.
She took care of all the problems.
Yes, she did.
That was a hell of a shot.
You really can't compete with it when a person's playing as well as this.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Amazing, isn't it? Once again, cue ball control, great speed, never on a cushion.
Taking advantage of the angles all the time. Like here. In and out a
Playing
bit.
perfect angles. All she got to do is throw her stick at it.
That was a great shot, that 1 ball.
Oh, it's a tremendously great shot.
Oh, yeah, I like playing my cue ball to the long cushion.
Oh yeah,
Cut the 4 and come behind the 8-9 for the 8 in the same pocket as the 6.
yeah. I kind of like that too, but maybe, and I think she could reposition the cue ball somewhere around the side, close to the side cushion.
Right.
That would be easier than for her to execute the shot from the 6 to the 8. And she's going to use the 2 rail around the 9-8 angle. See, like this. She's going to go forward 2 cushions around the 8-9.
Okay.
That was the other option. I kind of like your option.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw.
But,
I would have stayed. Can I have an overhead, please?
Overhead, please.
I would have stayed over here by the long cushion and just used the cut and have the cue ball come over this way. But she chose to go to 2 rail. I don't know. When the 6 ball is, whenever the object ball is so close to the pocket, when you force it 2 rails, sometimes the cue ball does a funny thing. It dies on you. That's why I liked my option, having that little angle and just going 1 rail, or 2
I do
rails,
too.
2 rails, but that 2nd rail.
She's going.
Now she's going
underneath.
one rail, drawing it out.
This is risky here. This is risky.
She got away with it. But her choice of playing the 5 ball that way kind of surprised me.
I don't know if she's gotten away with it. Notice the angle that she ended up after contacting the 8. The cue ball will then depart on this angle here.
Right.
Okay.
It's
And
probably
then what
enough
happens from here? It goes over to here.
Right.
And what happens? I don't know.
Well, she's going to hit it hard enough to come here.
I don't know
and
if she
back
has
here.
that type of an angle. I don't think she has that type of an angle. She's got problems
Yeah,
there.
she's uncomfortable.
She's got problems. See, it's going to shorten up too much. It's not going to hit here. It's going to shorten up and go this way.
Okay.
And maybe come to here.
Right.
She's got problems there. She may be forced to even come over here
right.
somewhere.
Take a longer shot on the 9. Priority is making the ball.
Oh, absolutely.
Always. No, she did have enough for
Yes,
that
she
first
did.
option.
Yes, she did. Why would she do
Yeah.
that to us? Huh? Come on.
Look at that. She's perfect. She's brutal. Straight in. On the hill. 10 to 5. One more.
Yeah, well, I think she's trying to make our job more interesting by drawing all this silly,
Right.
silly stuff.
See, that was interesting on that shot on the 8. She had to force it a little bit, right? And on a shot like that, that's
Well, I
another
don't-
little tip she gave me. On a shot like that, when she wants to travel the cue ball a little further than you normally would, what she does, she simply moves her hand back on the stick, half a hand or so, and this gives her that extra 1 or 2 inches of follow through.
Really?
And she keeps the shot still very simple, but having another inch of follow through makes the cue ball travel further without more effort. You follow?
Yes, totally. And that's very interesting. I never tried that. I don't even
You
know if
should
it
try
would
it.
work.
It works.
I think it's too late for me. I think it's getting pretty late for Vivian, too. Starting to get warm in here again.
The tornado came. It brewed for a little while, but it went again.
And this type of a shot is a very difficult shot to execute because of the 2 ball. It's snookering the left side of the cue ball. And when that happens, it's hard to judge how to hit the 1 ball because you have to hit it with the left side of the cue ball, and you're snookered, kind of like you can't
Right.
see where to hit it because the left side of the cue ball is.
You don't have the option of using center ball, so you're forced to use English. You have to compensate for that when you aim.
So this shot now becomes much more difficult to pocket. You see what I mean?
Yeah, it was super tough. Oh man, does she have a? I don't know if the 2 goes. She might even have a carom here. The 2-9 carom.
It looks like if she hits the top of the 2, she could carom the 9 in and even hit the
Right.
8 and carom the 9 in.
Right.
So it looks like she has a lot of potential there if she wants to
Yeah.
make a short rack of it. But maybe she's having a
Yeah.
lot of fun out there when she wants to stretch it out. Huh?
Oh, she played
Look
the
what
safety.
she's doing.
Oh, look at that. Vivian just shot.
And look, it's like the Red Sea when it departed.
Yes.
She's got the ability to cue it any way she wants in between the 8 and the 9.
Right. It has turned out
that
pretty
nice?
nicely, yeah.
Is everything going okay?
I don't think you saw it on camera, but Vivian was shooting Allison in the back with a cue stick. It was pretty funny. Nice speed control again.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid.
See, little shots, simple shots like that go unnoticed. You know, how
But they're
she-
so big.
Yeah, they are very big.
Right.
How she is able consistently to reposition the cue ball ideally for the next ball.
Right.
Where players like
No.
myself, we're off angle 4 inches here, 3 inches here, 4 inches here, and she's like half inch, half
Right.
inch, you know.
If the 8 only goes in that same corner pocket as the 6 ball, she wants to make sure she gets an angle on the 7. Which she did.
Again.
Yeah. Go into the long rail with a little bit of low left English and float up towards the 8.
Yeah, she's got a choice. Play position for either pocket, I think.
Oh, it does go in the other corner
Yeah, I
too?
think she's got a choice.
Oh, I didn't know. Okie dokie.
It looks like it's
Another
time
one
time to
for
catch
the
the plane.
Fisher Queen.
The Fisher Queen.
Alright.
Well, she's the best.
Yeah, it's no surprise, you know, that she's dominating our tour. She does have an edge. She does have an edge over all of us.
Unfortunately, we don't have stats on that match. I would have been curious to find out had we had stats on that match.
Yeah.
You know, what her average would have been.
Another one.
Yeah.
And she gets the trophy. I knew she would play extra hard at this tournament because of that beautiful trophy.
Well, then I think the tactic would be for the next tournament, get a hold of the promoter and producer of the tournament, and make sure they come up with a real ugly trophy.
So she doesn't care?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
why
it's
not?
worth a shot
I might
because-
try that.
You know, because the other options are really not that really great.
No, we would miss her. You know, I think we would. She's a lot of fun.
It's been great.
It would make her life a lot easier without her, but we would miss her. I had a lot of fun, Billy.
I tell you what, I thoroughly enjoyed myself here with you.
Thank you, so
You
did
got a
I.
great sense of humor, and you're really a great player. But remember that little practice.
I will. I
Remember
absolutely
that,
will. I'm going to
you know?
go home and do that, and hopefully it will pay off. I will contact you and let you know how much
Okay,
I
and keep in
benefited
mind
from
that-
it.
Keep in mind that if it does pan out and work well for you, that you're going to have to give me 5% of your purses for life.
That's all?
And that's all. I'm not
right.
too hard to deal with, you know.
We got a deal.
And if you don't, if you renege on that, just remember, I still know people in New York.
You do?
Absolutely.
All right, Billy. I hope we get to do this again sometime.
Yeah,
I had
we
a really,
certainly
really good
will.
time.
Well, okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to close it up. We've already did a more or less an interview prior to the match beginning. No need to do one now. We're going to close it up.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Anyways, it's really, really been a pleasure once again working with you. I really enjoyed myself, and I'm certainly sure everyone out there that listened to the commentary enjoyed themselves equally as much.
I hope so. I had a wonderful time. Thank you. Thank you all for listening. And I hope to do this again sometime.
You certainly
Thanks.
will. If it's up to us, you definitely will be back here as quickly as possible.
Thanks.
So in behalf of G-Force, this is Bill Incardona saying thanks a lot for supporting Accustats. Give Pat a call, 1-800-828-0397.